Welcome back, winners. Are you planning a trip to Disneyland coming up soon? Next couple of days, next couple of weeks, next couple of months, next year? The information I'm going to share with you in today's video could literally make or break your trip. I'm going to talk about ride closures, not temporarily down for a breakdown or something like that, but refurbishments, where rides and attractions go down for weeks, sometimes months, sometimes a year or more at a time. And if you've only got one shot, if you've got one trip planned to Disneyland for the year, or maybe a once-in-a-lifetime shot, and you're not sure what's open, if, say, It's a Small World or Pirates of the Caribbean is a must-do for you for this one trip, you need to have the information I'm about to share with you in order to plan your trip properly and not miss out and ruin your trip. So we are going to get into the park and talk about all of the current closures and some of the big major upcoming closures that are about to be on the books. Let's get into it, guys. Along the way, while we're talking about these refurbishment closures, we're going to talk about the impacts to the park. What's that going to do to the lines for the rides in that same area or in the surrounding areas? Where do you go instead? What do you do if the ride that you wanted most is closed? So we're going to talk about impacts to the area and what a major refurbishment can do and change how you operate and navigate your way through the park. As per usual, going to start in Adventureland, and right out of the gate, our first casualty of the day, Jungle Cruise. Jungle Cruise has already been closed for weeks. There is no posted reopening date as of yet. So what does that do? Jungle Cruise is an incredibly efficient ride. It's a great people mover. So it runs very quickly through the guests. Rarely see it more than 30-40 minutes, and I've very rarely seen it for more than an hour. But it currently status closed. That does put increased pressure on Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean, a future casualty of war, as it were. So when a ride is closed, it's going to put pressure onto the additional rides in the area. Indiana Jones is adjacent to Jungle Cruise. 50 minutes, not bad, but note that it is a Wednesday after spring break. So the park was very winnable this morning, 9-10 o'clock. It's about a little after 1:30 in the afternoon here. So I don't expect it to be outrageously crazy busy. But yeah, we're going to talk about some of these impacts of having one of only 2 or 3 rides in a land closed, and where are those guests going to go instead. Here in a bit, I'll pull up the app and I'll show you where you can find all this information for yourself in real time and also in the future. Note that the calendar for refurbishment is a rolling calendar. It means it updates basically every day, but it only projects out 6 weeks in advance. So if you've got a trip planned in August, this information isn't going to do you a whole lot of good, but it will still give you a good basis for preparation on what is going to be open when you get there. But yeah, it only projects out 6 weeks in advance. One of the major casualties coming up, and I'll show you this on the calendar later, Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as its associated internal inside restaurant Blue Bayou, are going down May 4th for an undisclosed amount of time. It's going to be, I believe, a major refurb, paint and polish mostly. I don't think there's a whole lot of mechanics going on with this refurbishment, but Blue Bayou, the restaurant, is also going to be closing. So that again begs the question, where do these riders go? The hope is that Jungle Cruise opens back up before Pirates goes down, because otherwise 2 out of the 3 rides in this land will be closed. So again, the question then becomes, where do you go? Where do you go if Indy's, 80, 90 minutes, Pirates is closed, Jungle Cruise is closed? Where are you going to go? You're going to go do the Haunted Mansion. You're going to go over and do Big Thunder Mountain. And that's going to put additional pressure on these rides, because Pirates of the Caribbean is incredibly efficient, especially, and you've heard me say it over and over again, since they got rid of Lightning Lane. This is a people mover. That line right there, they've got it posted as 25 minutes. They're just doing the one turn on the bridge and going back. That is not. That's maybe 20 minutes max. They are not going out into New Orleans Square at all. And I have ridden this ride 50 times since they got rid of Lightning Lane, and it's so unbelievably efficient. It's worth noting at this point in time, nothing else in Bayou Country, New Orleans, is scheduled to be closed. It's not on the schedule as of now. Now, we all know that the mansion will go down in August for its Halloween overlay, its Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. So it will be down for 3-4 weeks, couple of 3 weeks for that overlay to take place. But Tiana's is not scheduled, at least not now, on the calendar to go down. Pooh's is not scheduled to be down. So these are going to be, at least for now, wide open. Again, I'll show you how to check that date to confirm for yourself on your specific date that you have planned to attend Disneyland, what will be on the calendar for that day for refurbishment. Here in Frontierland, you've only got really a couple of attractions. You've got the shooting gallery over there, and then Big Thunder Mountain. Neither of which are scheduled or on the schedule to be closed for refurb at this time. Big Thunder just went through a major refurb last year, and it has so far stayed together pretty well. Minimal closures throughout the day since that big refurb. But again, that's the question. When 2 out of the 3 big rides, 3 out of the 4 if you count Blue Bayou as an attraction, I don't, it's a restaurant. But anyway, that's going to put pressure on this land without question. So at this point, with Pirates still open, middle of the afternoon on a Wednesday, 40-minute wait, that's not too bad. We will check that again once Pirates of the Caribbean closes and see if it's had sort of the impact I'm thinking it will. I reported recently about this retail location being closed for rebranding, refurb, and that there was rumor that this was going to be run by a couple of clone troopers. I don't see any evidence of that at the moment. Lots of Vader stuff, lots of Stormtrooper stuff, but I don't see anything clone troopery. At this point in time here in Galaxy's Edge, there is nothing on the calendar for refurb. I do know that the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is going to have an updated experience. I don't know if they have to close the ride for that or if it's simply a sort of software update that can be done maybe overnight and tested for a day or two. But as of now, it is not, nor is Rise of the Resistance, which just went through a major refurb, on the calendar. Please bear in mind that the calendar only projects out 6 weeks in advance. It's a rolling calendar, changes. You know, 6 weeks from today, it'll be 6 weeks from tomorrow, it'll be 6 weeks from Friday, that sort of thing. So again, it is imperative that you check that calendar before you go. Here in Fantasyland, currently nothing on the refurb calendar. However, there is an attraction very closely associated with Fantasyland. That is, this is Edelweiss Snacks. And as you can see, it's under some sort of refurb. They recently just painted it, but right behind that wall, they are tearing up all the concrete. And don't know exactly what's going on. And here at the old, motorboat excursion, that's sort of a secret, semi-secret dining area right behind Edelweiss Snacks. But as you can see here, they have scrim and scaffold up literally right next to the monorail track. I mean, it's actually, if the monorail went by, it would hit that. Therefore, the monorail is currently closed. I don't know that they're actually doing any refurb to the monorail, or if it's strictly incidental to whatever it is they've got going on here at, associated with, behind, and adjacent to Edelweiss Snacks. I can't really get a great view. It almost looks like they're building some additional covered areas. I think that's maybe what that framing is. Long story short, monorail is currently closed, and if your plan was to take the monorail in to the Disneyland park where it dumps off over in Tomorrowland from downtown Disney, cannot do that right now. So if that was something that's on your list, or if just the classic, 57, I think, 58 that the monorail came in, if you wanted to ride, excuse me, one of the most classic rides in Disneyland for your trip, that's something to check on the calendar. Monorail currently closed. From Fantasyland, that leads us into Mickey's Toontown, where Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin is currently closed for refurb. I don't see anything happening outside, so I assume it's all sort of inside behind the scenes, but they've relegated this whole area to store parking. But that's going to have a tremendous effect in Mickey's Toontown. This is one of only 3 rides in the entire area, and then one of only a handful, 5 or 6 attractions if you count Mickey and Minnie's House, which I do. They are attractions. So that is going to have a tremendous impact on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Chippendale's Coaster for certain. Honestly, I'm a little shocked. They're posted 45 minutes, not out into the wild space. That's a little shocking, but it is a relatively slow day. Like I said, we are post-spring break. Yay. Locals rejoice. But yeah, that's going to have an impact on Mickey's Toontown for certain. That is a very, very popular ride with the youngsters, regularly 45 minutes to an hour plus. So we'll see. No posted reopening date yet. And that brings us to Tomorrowland, where Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters is closed for refurbishment. Again, this is relatively new. This just happened a couple of few days ago. Again, posted out 6 weeks in advance. The issue with Buzz Lightyear is it's more of a younger kids sort of ride. So what's that going to impact here in Fantasyland? Tomorrowland. It's going to definitely impact Star Tours. As you can see, they are into detention. The switchbacks aren't full. That's posted 40 minutes. That's usually a 20-minute walk-on ride. Posted 40 minutes. What else is that going to impact? Nemo. I just walked past Nemo. Normally a 15, 20-minute wait, 30 minutes plus. Excuse me. Autopia. Hasn't impacted it today so far. They're showing 10 minutes, which leads me to believe that they're probably running multiple lanes. What it's not going to impact is Space Mountain. A ride like this, geared towards younger kids, younger riders, is not going to impact Space Mountain. And when I walked past that, it was showing as 30 minutes, and the single rider line was a single lane, which I'm gonna go sneak on. But yeah, Buzz Lightyear closed until further notice. It definitely looks like they're doing some exterior work. I don't know if they're doing any interior work. No stated reopening date. I keep talking about where do you go to find this information about looking up the refurb calendar. Well, here's where you find it. From the Disneyland app, you simply scroll down to Park Hours and Info. See right there. Open that up, and it's going to open up the calendar. And this automatically opens up on the day. So as you can see, it's highlighted to April 15th. Disneyland Park, DCA are both listed. If you come down here, you will see closed for refurbishment. This is where the list is of what is currently on this day closed. And again, this is posted out about 6 weeks in advance. But this is showing you what is closed on this day. Now, if you're making future plans for the Disneyland Resort, you simply select the day that you're coming. So say we'll just arbitrarily choose April 29th, scroll back down, and it will again show you what is closed. As you can see, it added Silly Symphony. So you just simply decide when you want to go and then check and see. Now here's a big one. May the 4th, Star Wars Day, right? May the 4th be with you. Look at this. Blue Bayou, Buzz Lightyear, Disneyland Monorail, Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Roger Rabbit, Inside Out, Silly Symphony, and Toy Story. That is 9 attractions, right? 3, 6, 9 attractions closed on that day. And so this can be and should be a critical tool for you to use when planning your Disneyland trip. There are other options as well. You can always go to Google and be like, hey, what's coming up? What's closing? The official website of Disneyland, of course. But you can always go to Google, and then it will scroll down here. You can select something, and it will tell you what is coming up closed. You try to find a quiet spot in the park, and look what happens. But that's where you find it, guys. It's on the Disneyland app. Under Park Hours and Info, select the day that you wish to visit, or a range of days. And it will scroll down here to close for refurbishment and show you everything that is currently closed inside the park. There you have it. I did a little research before I came today, and I think even now currently, but absolutely come May the 4th, when Blue Bayou and Pirates of the Caribbean close, that will hands down be the most closed attractions in the park in well over 5 years. The most simultaneous closures in the park in well over 5 years. I'm curious about the timing. I'm in hopes that it's to get prepared for what looks to be a very, very busy summer. And it is post-spring break, so that makes sense too, why they're all kind of closing now at once. Kind of get them jammed in before school's out in June. But wow, talk about, I mean, 9 attractions closed all at once. Now the hopes is, you know, these are projected out 6 weeks in advance. So the hope is that a couple of those reopen between now and then, or shortly thereafter, at least before June and summer really kicks in. But wow, so pay attention, guys. That's how you do it. If you have any questions, leave a question in the comments below, and I'll try to help you as best I can. Also, if you want to see how you can navigate the park without the app, without a bunch of electronics mumbo jumbo, doing Disney like it's 1999, click on this. Click on this card right here, and you can see how I did Disney without an app, without my phone, without any sort of electronic help, as it were, and did it sort of old school. Guys, we got to go over to DCA, Disney California Adventure. I always call it DCA. We got to go over and talk about what is going on at Pixar Pier. Yee-hoo. Here we are, guys. One of the most popular rides in either park, honestly. Well over an hour every single day. Toy Story Midway Mania closed for refurbishment. Now, what that does is it takes all of the young kids that are looking to ride this ride and forces them to choose something else. Are they going to do the Critter Carousel? Are they going to go do Jumping Jellyfish? Woo! That's always fun. But poor even old Mr. Potato Head is closed up. So again, what this is going to do is force people to make a choice, to choose something different. Thank you. I'm going to go show you something else that's closed right now that's really going to limit the opportunities and the options for people over here at the Pixar Pier. The Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind Ride. Now, this ride was closed for refurbishment a little while back, reopened briefly, and then my understanding is it broke. So this is not technically closed for refurbishment. It is simply closed. So again, that's 2 pretty major young rider attractions closed right here in the Pixar Pier. What do? If you're a brave little one, go ride the Incredicoaster. I can't remember if I pointed this out, but if you were paying real close attention when I was scrolling through, showing you where that calendar was, you will have noticed that Silly Symphony Swings is closing April 27th, I believe, is the closure date for that. So that is going to be boom, 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 3 major attractions right in a row on the Pixar Pier that will be closed until further notice starting April 27th. Silly Symphony Swings is a popular ride. It's a very, very short line, generally speaking, 10 minutes max, maybe 20 on a good day, and that would be down the stairs. It's a short ride, so it processes people very, very quickly. That is going to be 3 major attractions. I did punch the calendar out 6 weeks until late May 26th, 27th, something like that. And no other additions that I could see other than the 9 that were listed that I showed you earlier. So again, 9 attractions closed beginning May the 4th. Wow, Disneyland. That's going to force you to make a decision about which dates are going to come. So use this information. Use it to your advantage when you're looking to book a trip. Start there first. If something is very important, if you only get to come once a year, once every 2 or 3 years, maybe it's a once-in-a-life opportunity. Maybe you've been saving for 5 years to come to Disneyland. It's freaking expensive, I understand. And if there are certain rides that are absolute must-dos, then you need to check this calendar first to make sure that they're going to be available for you when you do make that trip. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the current state of closures and refurbishments for Disneyland and DCA as it stands now, and extrapolated a little bit out to the future, April 27th to May 4th, when 3 additional rides go down. If you found any use for this, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about how to navigate these calendars and what you are supposed to be looking for, where to find it in the app, hit me up in the comments for sure. I'm going to go sneak on a few rides myself and see where the rest of the evening takes me. I've got a couple hours to kill here in the park, but hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you winners later.